So today we're going to do something slightly different. When we were driving around, we just saw loads and loads of olive trees all over the place. And we decided to delve a little bit further into it, and we're going to give you a story about olives.
With a whopping 60% of Greece's land being dedicated to olive oil. There are approximately 130 million olive trees, and with 10.6 million Greek people, they are outnumbered by a ratio of 13 to 1. Apparently, olive trees are found in the fossil record, and they go back some 30 million years, and there is evidence of their first use by humans some 100,000 years ago. Initially, only the wood was used as fuel and the oil for lamps. Indeed, the Olympic flame in the old games was sustained from olive oil. Another use, winning athletes were crowned with a wreath of the leaves. And in yet another use, people applied oil to their hair and bodies for the health benefits. When it was discovered how to process the fruit and the oil for human consumption, though, things would have changed in a big way, and demand would have increased dramatically. But clearly olive trees and products are an integral part of the Mediterranean, and the region would not be the same without them.
So why are olives so popular? Well, there are obviously quite a few health benefits, and I'll give you a list here. They are powerful antioxidants, low in calories, they contain a heart-healthy fat, reduce oxidative stress in the brain, they beautify, in other words, they help keep your skin soft and healthy, they help regulate appetite control, they're anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer properties, they are probiotic rich, they're a good source of fiber, and they're just simply bloody delicious. And just a few fun facts. In 2021, over 1,620 babies per million shared the name Olive. The most famous celebrity, Olive Marie Osmond. Olive is one of the only 4 girls' names starting with an O. And Drew Barrymore called her baby Olive because when she was about 13 weeks pregnant, the book said her baby was the size of an olive and she liked the name, so she called it Olive. And olives and olive oil have a global market size of $22.3 billion. Olive trees dating back thousands of years in Greek mythology symbolized friendship, partnership, love, and strong bond. Hence the phrase, extending an olive branch. So there are a few fun facts. Hope you learned something. I certainly did.
So let's talk about olive oil now. As we might have mentioned before, it's used for food, fuel, as a skin lotion, for contraceptives, I have no idea how that works, as a detergent, as a preservative, pesticide, a perfume, and for adornment. So the oil is produced by grinding olives and extracting the oil by mechanical or chemical means. It's important to harvest the olives at the correct time. If they are too green, you end up with a bitter oil, and if they are too ripe, you have a bad taste from fermentation defects. The process is that the olives are ground into a paste using a large millstone. More modern methods use a hammer, blade, or disc mill. If using a millstone, the olive paste will stay under the stones for 20 to 30 minutes. A shorter grinding process results in a raw paste which produces less oil. If pressed for too long, the flavor is affected. So it is a pretty precise balance. The paste is spread out onto discs which are then stacked up onto each other into a column and then placed into a press. Pressure is applied and liquid is extracted. This liquid still contains a large amount of water. Traditionally, the oil was shed or separated from the water by gravity, but this takes a long time. So these days, a centrifuge is used to speed up the process. Any water left behind in the oil may contain organic particles which can sometimes be seen or found at the bottom of oil bottles. The oil that is produced by physical or mechanical means is called virgin oil, and extra virgin oil is virgin oil that satisfies specific low free acidity criteria. Fresh unfiltered oil usually has a cloudy appearance. This is now becoming trendy because it is perceived to be less processed. The cloudy oil does not have as long a shelf life, however, so it is recommended that filtration be carried out. Olive trees produce very well every couple of years or so. You get good harvests, and these are followed by poorer harvests. And in fact, this season that we visited, the harvest was going to be very poor because during the flowering time, weather conditions were such that germination didn't really happen at all.
We really enjoyed exploring these olive groves and just how old those trees were incredibly mind-blowing. And we were lucky enough that our host, Angelos from Angelos, agreed to tell us a little bit about his olive grove and how he produces his olives.
Okay, here we are in the middle of Greece near Angelos, and here's a view of the countryside and some olive trees. Angelos is going to tell us about them. Over to you.
Okay, all that green stuff in front of us, the 70% of that's olive trees.
Yes.
That's on the flat place, but there are olives in the mountains as well. Like here.
Like here, yes. You can see the color, isn't it? It's a special sort of dull green.
Yes, the olive color is olives.
Yeah.
The other is other trees.
And they're just all over the place in Greece, aren't they?
All over the place.
All
in
over
Greece.
the place, yeah. Okay. So, underneath an olive tree, having a good look at it. And normally, Angelos, you say at this time of year they'd be full of green fruit.
Yes.
But this year not.
Green fruit, but they're not ready yet.
Yes.
We get ready end of October, November, December, where they collect them.
Okay.
And some of them they use them for food,
Yes.
eat them. Some
Yeah.
of them they press and they make the olive.
And make the olive oil.
Olive oil.
Okay. And this year there's very little fruit on them.
Yes, because they said this year was when the flowers were on,
Yes.
was too much rain and too much wind,
Okay.
and the bees wasn't around.
And they didn't pollinate, so
Yes.
there's so little fruit.
Yes, but some years, no, the most of the years they're full of fruits.
Okay.
Few trees that bring olive.
Can we see a green fruit?
So here's
The green fruit, this is not ready yet. It will be ready in 2 months.
and then it goes dark like this.
No.
No.
Yes, if they stay on the tree,
Oh, they go dark.
get dark.
Okay.
But
And this would be called Kalamata.
this Kalamatas olives, yes.
Variety.
This one is something else. I don't know how you call them. Pilio, I don't know.
And so these came from these very trees here. I
Yes,
believe.
this is from this. It was not exactly like that, but put them in the salt and vinegar.
The brine.
Brine with salt, water, and a little bit vinegar.
And how long do you leave?
You have to leave them 2 months at least. 3-4 months. Be 100%.
Well, really good.
And the green ones are when you buy green ones in the shop. They're a different variety.
From the
Or
same
the same tree.
They've
They
been collected a little bit earlier.
okay.
They've been
Interesting.
collected a little bit earlier when the right size,
Yeah.
but they don't let them get brown.
Okay.
If you leave them on the tree, will come brown and will fall down.
Okay.
Ah.
They collect them a little bit earlier and do different things. But again, the same things. This olive oil is from here as well.
Wow.
30 trees last year, they made about 100 kgs They count kgs here.
Okay.
100 kgs of olive oil.
Olive oil.
That my sister kept about
Hold it up low.
4 or 5 kilos for me.
Wow.
So that's just, is this cold press? No, this is not.
Next,
But
I don't know.
we don't know which way they did it.
That's divine.
Amazing meat production tree, isn't it? I wonder if
They're around 3,000 years in Greece.
yeah,
First they came out in Greece,
yeah,
and then the Italians see something very good. And the good thing is, it was the basic food for them.
yeah.
The olive oil, they mix any vegetables with olive oil and they give them taste and healthy food. And yeah, they are 3,000 years old. But average, if you keep it, they're going about 500 years. But I think now with commercial business and things like that, every, I don't know, every 50 years, I'm not sure about that. But
And
like these trees here, these trees must be about 30 years old.
30 years old, and they've been cropped, haven't they? They've been so they take off the
Every
take off the branches.
every year, they pick up all the branches, the inside branches. If you look here now, this tree is open.
yes.
This tree is open for the wind to come, the air to come out. If they leave all these things, I cut them last year. If you leave all these things, that thing will be like bush here.
Yeah.
Once it will be like that, it's no good for the tree. And we have to know to do this job first time, but after that you just pick up the those little things.
Okay.
They grow much more than that. Let's see it here. Let's see it here. Yeah. Once professional people do the job, then I can be professional business. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This now, next year, after October, November, when the rains come, this will be big like that.
Yeah.
But it will be very easy to take them off because they're soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, perfect.
That's it, more or less.
Thank you very much for
About
the
olives.
story and the insight. Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah. Lovely.
Okay.
Hope you have a good crop next year and make up for this one.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
Normal is too many. Too much.
And we'll come and help you eat them.
No, pick them up, not eat them. I have plenty to do here.
Good.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this little episode on olives. And please don't forget to subscribe and to like and to make a comment if you feel like you'd like to. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next Epic Adventure Time.